if you're nervous to join something like this, I get it. I totally get it. I understand. A lot of women feel awkward joining something new, especially when it involves connecting with strangers, people you've never met before. The last several days, I have been on here inviting you to join us at this Sunday's monthly virtual coffee chat for Gen X women. We've been holding it monthly since January, and I realize that we have a lot of introverts out there. I am an introvert, so I understand. I have a little bit of extrovert in me sometimes, but I'm definitely mostly an introvert. And I get that it can feel hard to join something like this, even though you might have a longing, because I've heard from you, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, Threads, when we've been having this conversation, women have been saying that they are yearning for more connection. They're yearning for more friends. They're yearning to build up that community in their lives. So the desire is there, the need is there, but the fear and the hesitation's also there. Totally normal. Remind yourself of that. This is totally normal. It's hard to put yourself out there, especially in midlife. Like, we have a built up history, and our history may or may not reinforce some of the fears and the hesitations that we have. But remember that everyone coming to this space has similar feelings and is in a similar situation. And we're out of practice. It's been a long time possibly since we've actively tried to connect with new people and had new friends and new connections in our life. So we're out of practice. So this is a great, no pressure, relaxed way to practice because it's virtual. I mean, worst comes to worst, you can hang up on the call, but it wouldn't get to that. I promise you. But I understand it can feel awkward. You might worry about whether you like overshare or have the right thing to say, or whatever your hesitations are. Believe me, other people have had them or are currently having them. So now let me reassure you, and let me try to persuade you to come anyway, join us anyway. This isn't a networking opportunity. So we're not looking to get anything in particular from each other. This is not performative because it's held in a private space. It doesn't get shared anywhere. There's no pressure to speak perfectly or to share perfectly. And in the chats that we've had so far, the conversation flows very well. In fact, the hour speeds right by very, very quickly. And some, some have more to share than others. Some prefer to listen. If you're someone who wants to share, but the whole feeling of it's hard to get a word in edgewise, like when you're an introvert in a room of extroverts. That's one of the reasons why I am facilitating these conversations. Is I will make sure that we have time and space for everyone to speak up who wants to, and for everyone to share who wants to. And if you don't want to, you are perfectly fine not. And while we prefer like a cameras on kind of thing because it helps us to connect, I also want to make sure that we're meeting you where you are, mentally, emotionally, etc. So if you need to have a camera off and you just need to like listen in and chime in when you'd like to, that's totally fine as well. So it's a really like no pressure, relaxed kind of environment. What does it feel like? We definitely have some laughs. We have, we've been on the verge of tears. We share very open, honest conversation. We talk about some real meaningful things. Disclaimer, we do not get into politics. I don't feel that we know each other well enough to do that well yet, maybe at some point down the road. I suspect we're coming from different points of view, different perspectives, you know, different geographic areas, different races, ethnicities, backgrounds, different religions, different everything. We keep it to the point of talking about our experiences as individual women and some of the emotions that we're addressing. And it's it has been a very sort of empowering place to be. And it's been nice to hear from other women to see, oh my God, I'm not the only one who's thinking this way, or I'm not the only one that's feeling this way, or I'm not the only one who's experienced this. And you can also hear, like, somebody will share a specific experience. Let's take perimenopause, for example. Someone will share a specific experience. Somebody else who's been through it will share how they handled that. So there's a lot of relief and reassurance and help as well. I am no expert. I don't claim to be. I'm merely the facilitator of these conversations, as a woman who has been through it and has been through quite a journey these last handful of years. So I just facilitate the conversations and hold space for the women who show up. We have some women who come every month. We have some who have come once or twice. So again, no pressure, as you want. So who are these conversations for? Primarily Gen X women, although if you're older, younger, that that's fine. There's just a general age range that we tend to attract. But if you're a woman who's questioning things, in yourself, or you're sort of at a crossroads, or you're feeling disconnected, or you're feeling tired or stuck, and you're just longing for some community and conversation, if you've enjoyed some of the conversations that have been happening on threads around the Gen X woman's experience, if you've been enjoying that and you'd like to have the conversation version of that, that's what this is for. I created this space because I wanted to have these conversations also. I've been serving this particular demographic of women for quite a few years now through my Blueprint Breakers podcast. And it's been magical to have conversations with more and more women in this age range to hear their experiences. And it's helped me figure out what you need, what we need, and how to make it better. That's that's the whole point. So I'm inviting you to come this Sunday. Yes, it is Mother's Day, and I want to honor all the moms, but I also want to honor all the women who might be struggling on Sunday. So whether you're struggling or whether you're celebrating, if you're available on Sunday, 12 noon Eastern time, 9 a.m. Pacific time, please join us. Go to genxwomencoffeechat.com to reserve your seat. And we look forward to having a chat. Just come exactly as you are. You can be straight from the gym or after your breakfast or, whatever, you don't have to get yourself fixed up or anything. There's no expectations. You're just welcome, and I look forward to meeting you. Sometimes the hardest part is just showing up the first time, right? I think you'll be glad that you did. My name is Amy Palmer. I am your Gen X big sister, signing out. See you Sunday.